Gentlemen, a series that I have been working on getting done. I'm talking up because we're a little muddy. We a little dark up in here. Goodness gracious. Um, a series that I wanted to get finished. And I'm bringing back today is the Behind the Universe mode series. I did this a little bit last year, and a little bit last year, and stuff like that. And I wanted to bring it back this week ahead of Survivor Series and all the stuff that's going on in my universe mode this week. And I want to tell you guys and give you guys some tips and advice on how to book in universe mode and how do I book things. And go a little bit behind the scenes. What's up, Night Rider? Squirtle. Stupid. Squirtle. Stupid. Oh my god. I missed you, man. What's up, bro? How you doing? And go a little bit behind the scenes on how I do things around here. And the first topic today, a lot of people have been asking me, how do I manage my roster and book multiple shows and make it make sense? Um, so we're gonna go over this topic today, and hopefully you guys take my advice. If you like what you hear, I have learned from the best. Delzinski, Merce YT13, and Matthew is 97X. That's the guys that I have turned bookinologies from, and that's the guys that have made me make shows flow and the way they do. So I thank them in advance for me making this video and giving them toolage that they gave me from their videos, and I'm gonna take it and apply it to my own videos, and I applied it to my universe mode myself. Before we get to that, Raw and SmackDown will be premiered this week. Then this weekend will be Survivor Series. Raw is coming tomorrow. I have to set the premiere for 3:45. That will be done after this stream is over with. All I have to do is edit Raw. Edit Raw is done recording, and I have to record SmackDown, which I will record SmackDown tomorrow before the premiere of Raw goes live on the air on YouTube. So SmackDown will be recorded tomorrow. I couldn't get to it today because I had Spark. So I will record SmackDown tomorrow, straight shot show. That will be recorded tomorrow, and then I have that being premiered Wednesday, and then Thursday will be the Survivor Series match card. Friday Train Talks. Saturday Survivor Series. That's the week. That's it. That is the week of me. And throughout the week, we'll have Raw review, SmackDown Live review, and Behind the Universe. That's it this week. That's all we're doing this week. Is just straight WWE. And then I'll have my final three videos go up Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. And then I'm taking my break because of my EOC. And I'll see y'all the following Tuesday. That's it. That's basically the first next 2 weeks, guys. That's it. That's it. So let's get into this video right here, right now. How you manage a roster. So every year when I get the new game, I always write the rosters down who I used the previous year. Keep in mind, if you're new to my channel, I continue my series from game to game. I don't restart. Um, I really don't like doing that, restarting a series at all. I've always been keen on continuing my universe mode from the next year. So I look at the roster that 2K puts out, and I compare it to last year's roster with all the guys I've written down, and I see who has been taken out the game and how I'm going to write them off. Sometimes I say that they're been fired. Sometimes I say they walked out of the company. Sometimes I say that they have been released. So it just depends on the storyline they're in, and sometimes I give them an injury walk off. I've done that before too, and where I just write them out the series. I've done that a lot of times. I did it with Enzo and Cass. I did it with Tommaso Ciampa for a bit before I brought him back, and I even did it with Nightwolf. I wrote him out as well, and also I wrote out Nightwolf Jr. and I wrote out Brandon Collins. I wrote all those guys out. Literally, it's that easy. It's easy to write somebody out. Or, bringing them back is the problem. That's the people. That's the people I got to worry about. Which we'll get into how to book a long-term story later on this week, where I'm going to give a big example of a go behind the scenes of how the Alliance versus Nightwolf storyline was created, who created it, who wrote it, and all that stuff like that. We'll get into that probably on Wednesday, since I'm doing Raw review tomorrow. So, that's what I do. I do that every year. Then I look at the roster and I look at the best guys to go to Raw or SmackDown. Literally, I create my mid card division. I create my main event scene. I create my women's division for both shows. Literally, because I have two women's championships because I use every single woman in the game. Literally, all the women get used in the game. Literally, and I break them up into two sets of a Raw women's division and a SmackDown Live women's division, and I base my shows on this. Raw is the you know a lot of storyline driven show. Raw is the show that embodies television, the longest running weekly beside television show in history. Raw is the show that focuses more on storylines and build. Meanwhile, SmackDown has more wrestling in it. It's a wrestling heavy show with long term storylines and build. And I have a theme for both of my shows. And I have an extra set of mid card championships. What's good, Core? And I with the European and the United Kingdom championship now. I do that because I want to use as many guys as possible. I want to have at least maybe split maybe 70, 75 to 80 people on each roster for both um you know for both shows, literally. Um and you know we'll do that on Friday of this week because I'm gonna be free Friday, and Kenas can't get on for a while. I'll tell y'all why in a little bit. When I get on to edit Raw, I'm gonna tell y'all in a little bit why he can't get on. After I'm done with this video. So we're gonna push it back to Friday because he can't get on the PlayStation for a couple days. Um, so I have the European and United Kingdom championships because I want to use as many guys as possible. Because I want to split my rosters into equal parts. 75, 75. I use up to maybe 120 people a year on each brand. Um, and managing a roster is not that hard. Literally, it's not that hard. If you have a direction for the guy that you're using, and you know what you're doing with the guy, managing a roster is not that hard, guys. It really isn't. You take your top guys, you put them in one division. You take your mid carders, put them in another division. Then you take your other guys and put them in another division. And then the guys that you want to build up to be future top stars, you put them in the little minor division where you have a championship right there. Every division that I have, they're fighting for a championship. And that's what you have to do. Number one, you keep your audience engaged, right? Quelling storylines. Don't write something stupid and make them question the head like, what the heck is this? Make sure it makes sense. Always make sure your storylines make sense for your brand. Always. What I like to do is throughout the year, I want to make sure that Survivor Series makes the most sense throughout the year. You know what I'm saying? Why is Raw and SmackDown fighting throughout the year? So what I do is I create tension between Raw and SmackDown. I create tension between the general managers where they go back and forth to create that tension for Survivor Series to make it make the most sense of why they're fighting. And I have credible reasons, which we'll get into how I built to Survivor Series this week as well. So we got a lot of stuff to talk about my universe mode. Um, but I got this from Murphs. Murphs said this, and I quote, in one of his booking with Murphs: "Take a risk. Always take a risk with your shows. And I did that by building up my first ever long term storyline on SmackDown Live. I've never built a long term storyline until Backlash in 2K18. I took a risk and I gained 50 subscribers from it. You, you, you know, if I didn't take that risk with that storyline I built up, most of you guys wouldn't even be here right now. You know why? Because that storyline told a great story. It got almost all the subscribers that I have now into my channel, and it has the most success in this channel's history. You know what I'm saying? So taking that risk really benefited me in the long run. You know, that's why if you have a universe mode, take a risk. Some people are like, oh, why is he champion? Why is he in this position that he has now? Make them believe that they can be there. Always make, always try to prove your audience wrong. Tell a compelling story for the guy that you have as your world champion, mid card champion, tag team champion, women's champion, etc. on your brand. Make them believe that they should be there. Always do that. And if you can keep that up, then you'll be fine. I'm telling you guys. I'm telling you, if you can make them believe that they're there, you'll be good. Because then they're gonna be like, oh my god, 5, 6 months down the line, this guy had a great title reign. He lost it to a credible guy. You know what I'm saying? And it was awesome. He loved it. And one more thing, don't make a show just to make a show. Um, right. That there you go. That's what I'm talking about. See there, the official Mark the Cool Kid. He said this. I took a risk with my universe mode, turning Apollo Crews here and playing to put the WWE Championship on him. You think that WWE will ever do that? No. He took a risk and he's running with it. That's a good idea right there. I would watch that all day. You know why? Because a guy with passion is on it, a guy that knows what he's doing is on it, and a guy that has a storyline direction that is gonna culminate in a big way is doing something. I would watch that 50 times over because he's taking a risk, and I love universe modes that take a risk. That's why I'm in love with Delzinski series. That's why I'm in love with Mercer's series. That's why I'm in love with Matthewette series. And that's why I'm in love with most of the guys I watch now in universe mode. You know why? Could they take a risk? Like my boy, y'all, some of y'all don't know who this is. Buzario. The guy has literally 728 subscribers, and I've been watching him since 400 subs. You know why? Because he takes risks. He has world champions that we thought we'd never see in WWE. He has storylines that WWE will never do ever in this company, and he has people in positions that WWE would ever never even think to put in those positions. That's why I watch him on a weekly basis because he takes risks and he gives me quality television. And also, let me tell you guys this: when you're booking a show, always have a direction for it. Don't just make a show just to make a show. You know what I'm saying? Thing? Yeah, agree, man. I absolutely agree with you, bro. Um, don't just sit there and think of a show and think of an episode title and think of it why it's happening just to book it for no reason. Don't do that. If you're booking a show, make sure every single match on that card has a reason why it is happening. I absolutely cannot stand this. And this is the same thing with in real life WWE. I can't stand when they have a match for no reason. Why are these men fighting? And I can't stand asking that question and you can't back it up. Always tell a good story with the matches you have on your show. You know what I'm saying? If you do that, I will love the universe mode. No matter who you are, I will love it because that means I can't miss a Raw and I can't miss a SmackDown or I can't miss an NXT. You have an NXT. because every show has a reason behind it, and every show is building towards something bigger. That's what you have to do. It's booking is really not that hard. It's telling a good story is not that hard. If you actually think about it and you actually sit down and say, "Oh, I want this guy to be world champion by Survivor Series," just put it out there. Um, how all you gotta do is just put out a map of how you're gonna build this guy up to become world champion. It's really not that hard. You know what I'm saying? I could book SmackDown and Raw in 15 minutes. It takes me 15 to 20 minutes to book the show, and it takes me an hour and a half to produce and edit on on a regular episode of Universe Mode. You know why? Because when I sit down and book the show, who's gonna be on the show, I look back at the previous episodes and make sure the television flows and make sure my storylines make sense. I don't want you guys to be confused. Like, wait, what is he doing here? He wasn't here last week. Um, why is he fighting this guy this week and fighting that guy next week? I don't know. No, 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 no. I don't want you guys to be confused. I can't stand you guys be like scratching your heads like I do in real life every single week. I no, we're not doing that over here. So, you don't know why, but for every song, what you were saying, man? I was reading it. It got interesting for a second. But I think that's really it for rosters, man. And managing and booking. Like I said, take risks. Again, like I said, make your show make sense. Again, like I said, just book to the best of your ability and manage your roster the best that you can. You know what I'm saying? Just do you. That's really you. All you have to do, guys. You just do you. If you do you and know what you're doing, you will be successful in universe mode. You know what I'm saying? I've had some bad storylines. That I regret writing, and regret doing it. You know what I'm saying? And but I'm very glad I wrote those storylines because it makes me the booker that I am today. It makes me the commentator that I am today. You know what I'm saying? We'll get into commentary and all that stuff later on this week. That's just a whole thing in itself. I have a lot of advice for some people, man, about commentary because commentary is a whole ball in its own, guys. It really is. If your commentary is doesn't make any sense, I can come from experience. Nobody will watch your show. I'm just saying. Make sure your commentary is good. But guys, give this a like if you're enjoying what you're seeing, and you guys want to see more of this. I love doing these videos. It really gives me insight to talk about things that I love to do on this channel and things that I'm passionate about. Wrestling is the thing that I love, and I've been loving for over almost 11 years now. So, and I've been playing these games for 12 years. So, you know, you give it a like if you enjoy it, man. They'll be very appreciative and share this video around to everybody. You know what I'm saying? All the Universe Mode guys, even the big ones. Tell them where I got this from, of course. Even the big guys, even share this to them too. They'll be great if they can. If a Merce watches this, oh my God, I'll feel so valuable if he watches this video. He probably won't, but if he does, I'll feel bad. I'll feel great about myself. I'll cry. I'll cry a little bit, tears of joy, if he watches this video and actually comments on it. That'll be great. He probably won't, but he watched a couple videos of mine. I was shocked by he watched one of my reactions, and I was just like, huh? He commented in one of them, and he said it was great. And I was like, oh my God, okay. He watched some of my videos when he had the time, and he still subscribed too. So I'm still learning from the best, of course. Um, and one more thing before I get off of here, guys. Yeah, I'm not checking outside my window, man. Nothing is behind my window. I know I'm dragging on and Raw is on, so I'm sorry that you guys have to sit here and watch me. While Raw is on, But who wants to watch Raw? And raise your hand if you want to sit through 3 hours of Raw. I really want to know, man. Like put a hand in the chat if you're watching Raw. Oh, no, no. Wait, whoa, no, killing, not, no killing in here now. I'm not. Alright. I'm sorry. I'm making this. I'm being bold and making this video while Raw is on, and I say, you know what? Fluff that. I'm not watching Raw. I'm not. I don't want to watch it. No. Hell no. I'm not. I'm not doing it. No. I'm not watching the show. Look. That's why we DVR. Look, that's why we DVR things, guys. We DVR things for a reason. You know why? So you can go back and rewatch it later. So you can actually talk with your subscribers. That's the that's the best feeling in the world, man. uh, I don't want to review Raw tomorrow, and I won't. I'm not reviewing Raw tomorrow. I'm sorry, guys. I was going to. Well, I changed my mind. I'm not reviewing the show tomorrow. Um, um, and yeah, like again, guys. The thing like again. I'm stressing this again. If you're a Universe Mode content creator, if and you're having stress on booking shows, here's the easiest way that I could come up with how I manage my shows. For both shows and make it make sense. So Raw storylines, some before we get to that, to the way I manage my storylines for both shows, sometimes I have brand exclusive pay per views. Brand exclusive pay per views makes it easy for me to focus on one show and one show only, which means I can get all of those storylines into one major brand exclusive pay per view, and focus on that element of that show. For example, I do this every 2 months. We have a brand exclusive pay per view. I did it for Hell in a Cell. I did it for No Mercy. The reason why I did that is because, again, for all of my new subs, I want you guys to know what is going on for both Raw and SmackDown alone, instead of coming together and making a convoluted mess, that stuff like that. So, um, do brand exclusive pay per views. If you have a universe mode, do brand exclusive pay per views. Don't do what WWE's doing and cramming everything into one show. No, you don't have to do that. You can have a brand exclusive pay per view every now and then. I wouldn't mind seeing that. You know why? Because it actually shows that, number one, you can book two shows. Number two, you can book both of them and don't need the other show to succeed. And number three, it shows me the strength of your storylines for your show. You know what I'm saying? If you know, if that will be awesome for you to do if you can do brand exclusive pay per views. Brand exclusive pay per views don't hurt, guys. They really don't. They really don't hurt your show, your series. It actually helps you. You know what I'm saying? For example, I did my first brand exclusive pay per view in 2K18. Let me tell you guys how that went. The story behind that was, one of my producers said that, I don't want to cram Raw and SmackDown together after WrestleMania. We're coming off of WrestleMania, and I needed to make a big bang after Mania. And I said, let's do Backlash together, and let's just customize the arena and have Raw and SmackDown and the Backlash. And he said that, nah, let's not do that. Let's just break them apart and have Backlash be its own pay per view for SmackDown Live. So I said, okay, well, then we need a big storyline for Backlash. So then that's when I said, oh, let's do the Nightwolf versus Shane McMahon. But then again, people said, well, that's going to be a squash. And he really, oh, I'm sorry, guys, my fault. And he really said that, oh, because my producer said this. He said, that's going to be a squash match. And I said that, well, I told them, what's good, Sammy? Hold on, I gotta make him mod again. Um, you're gonna be mod again. Oh, there you go. And I said that, well, let's write this storyline where Shane McMahon brings in two guys on SmackDown Live and try to make them superstars. And let's have it be two guys that I haven't really built up that much, Let's have it be a former WWE champion and a former United States champion. And he said, "What two guys?" And I said, "Let's have it be Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn." He told me, "What are you going to call them?" "Let's call them the Alliance." There you go. That's how the Alliance storyline started. Because my producer wanted to do brand exclusive pay per views. If he didn't want to do brand exclusive pay per views and we made Backlash a Raw and SmackDown pay per view together, I would have never thought of the Alliance storyline. That would have never happened. And The Undertaker and AJ Styles would have never happened as well at Backlash, which had a lot of correlation into bringing AJ Styles to Monday Night Raw and having him be the Universal Champion in 2K19. So I'm very glad that I did brand exclusive pay per views because it actually saved my series and actually gave me two world champions that I'm proud of today, currently, in Finn Balor and AJ Styles, respectively, who people I've been building up for years in my series. Years. Balor has been in my series since 2K16. AJ Styles has been in my series since 2K16. AJ Styles has had the biggest push of any guy I've had in my series. AJ Styles beat the streak in my universe mode. He beat The Undertaker at WrestleMania in Santa Clara, California. Technically, it was 31 in my series. I'm always a year behind WWE in real life. It was 31. He beat him. He beat the streak and won the WWE and retained the WWE Championship because he was WWE Champion going into WrestleMania and he beat the streak. And he held the WWE title for a year and a half, and he lost it. And then in 2K17, he won it back again, and then he lost to Brock Lesnar at SummerSlam. Then him and Brock Lesnar had a long running feud in 2K17, which correlated to AJ Styles, you know, in his Intercontinental Championship reign in 2K18. And then he lost the Intercontinental Championship, and that correlated him back into the WWE title at WrestleMania. And he lost that. Then he went to Raw. AJ Styles has been everywhere. He's been everywhere. He really has been everywhere in my series. So I'm very glad that I did brand exclusive pay per views, and you know, um, I'm really blessed to see do that for my series. So again, take a risk. That's a risk I did. A risk I did with brand exclusive pay per views. Take a risk with it and see what happens. You know what I'm saying? That's just a suggestion that I've ran out. Um, Champa's theme song, I can try to get it in there for most episodes, but sometimes I don't use the Bluetooth, and I don't know if WWE will copyright me horribly for his theme song. You know how WWE gets with their theme songs, and I don't know how big my copyright strike will be. I don't want to lose live streaming, so I'm going to have to test that out. Chopper will probably have his theme song in there for probably after Survivor Series. I'll put his theme song in there and see how it goes, and see how copyright strikes work, and then I'll see how everything goes in the future. What do I think of Raw from Murphs? I thought it was great. As always, 10 out of 10 quality. I love the surprise of a surprise return with Batista. Didn't see that coming. The ESM stuff was, I laughed my behind off when I seen that. That was awesome. That was so funny, man. I love that. Wrestling wise, great. Storyline wise, great. Booking wise, great. I have no complaints. I can't. I don't have no complaints with his shows. Um, I really don't have any complaints. Starcade, yes, I did watch Starcade, but I'm not covering it. Again, I literally read the spoilers and I rewatched the show for a review, but I realized that I got sick last night, so I could not review the show. I was going to review the show, but I got sick last night, so I'm sorry. I did not review the show. Again, guys, you guys pretty much didn't care if I reviewed Starkid anyway, so um, you know, it was just a generic house show that I have on WWE Network for an hour. My boy JD didn't review it, so you know it was meaningless. So it was, Starcade was a complete waste of time anyway. I was gonna watch it because I'm a WWE fanboy. Yes, I am a WWE fanboy, guys. Y'all know this already. And I watched it, and it made no sense. I was scratching my head the entire time. Like, what? That made absolutely no sense. The show made no sense at all. So it was a complete waste of my time. So I said, you know what? Why write a 5 page like a probably a one and a half page review and sit here for 25 minutes to go over and rant and rave about these results that we gotten, and really none of this stuff is gonna just correlate to YouTube. You know what I'm saying? Like, like it really makes no sense. I mean, for television. I'm sorry, I said YouTube. I'm sorry, guys. For television. So I didn't waste my time with it. Did not waste none of my time. And I also, every time I do Universe Build for fun, I always think I should do this for YouTube. Yes, yes, I'm always an advocate for somebody to record their universe mode on YouTube. I was scared to do it myself back in the day, no, mainly because I know we can record on PlayStation until 2016. So I didn't know I could record it, and then when I recorded it, it was hot garbage. But it got better as time went on. You can ask Sammy. Sammy knows. You guys go back and watch my 2K17 series. You guys will unsubscribe from my channel. Y'all will. I mean, like literally, it's just it's so bad. It really is. Um, Mark, I'm gonna just call you Mark. Mark, you got a PS4? Because if y'all have a PS4, you can just use the PlayStation recorder camera that the PlayStation have built into the system, and you can record on the PS4 and upload it to your YouTube channel like that. I don't have an Elgato yet. I've been basing it off not to get one, but the plan is next year, for sure. I will get an Elgato game capture card and get a new microphone. Quite frankly, that Delzinski microphone. You know what I'm saying? Um, and I will be getting that, really like that. Yeah, if you have a PS4, you can just literally hit the share button twice, and you can record like that. Um, you know, and then if you have an Xbox, you have more steps to record. You gotta use Mixer, and then you gotta download the footage from Mixer, and then you gotta upload it to YouTube. It's a lot if you have an Xbox. Like, that's why I'm glad I got a PS4, so I can do YouTube, and I will probably get a PS5 to do YouTube and get an Xbox, whatever it is, too, for Xbox exclusive games, whenever those two consoles come out. Yeah, Xbox is very more difficult. My cousin does it, aka he's a booker of mine, producer of mine. He has an Xbox, and it is hard for him to record on there. Like he told me it takes him 5 to 6 steps to even get the video published. You know, that's why if you have an Xbox, I just recommend you just find a way to get an Elgato game capture card if you can, or find some little cheap gaming recorder camera to do and just to record. You know what I'm saying? But if but you can always wait to do universe mode. You don't really have to do it right now. As long as 2K don't get rid of the game mode, which they probably won't. It'll always be there as long as 2K have the games. Then again, I don't know who gonna have the WWE game license. They really haven't announced that yet. I don't know if EA gonna pick it up. God forbid if they pick it up. Oh God, I hope EA doesn't pick it up. I don't. I hope EA doesn't pick the WWE game license up. To be honest, I hope 2K keeps it. You know what I mean? To be honest with you, because I don't have that many problems with WWE 2K19. You know. Oh, cool, cool. I might do that. I might do that, guys, for 400 subscribers. Speaking of that, I need a 400 subscriber special. Now, I need you guys to throw me out some ideas for 400 subscribers. Whenever we. No, we're not doing that, Sammy. I ain't showing my whole family. That's going to be a million. Nah, I'm not doing that for 400 subs. Y'all can see my girlfriend for 400 subscribers, or y'all can see my sister. You're not seeing my family for 400 subscribers because my family does not want to be on YouTube right now. and Wait, we have 316 subscribers. Welcome the new sub that joined the Phenomenal Crew today. We have to give a round of applause, guys. We have a new subscriber. So we're gonna do the Phenomenal Crew slang, I like to call it, for welcoming our new subscriber to the series. Thank you for hitting that subscribe button. And welcome to the best crew in the entire world, the Phenomenal Crew. And hope you have a subscribe. I hope you have a glorious time as a subscriber of the best crew and most respectful crew in the entire world. Thank you so much for hitting that subscribe button. Yes, we have a new subscriber. I don't know. I forgot who it is. But somebody subscribed today, and I appreciate it. Thank you. That gets me closer to 320 subscribers. And it gets me closer to hitting my goals. So thank you. We at we're at 316. That's Stone Cold Steve Austin right there. Austin 316. I'm Kobe. look, 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 y'all. Look, y'all. We can say Coltrane 316. Yeah. because it's Austin 316, Coltrane 316. That's funny. That's funny, man. I like that. Most of you guys could agree with me. It's funny. Coltrane 316. Oh my god, I love my subscribers. Y'all just don't know I love my subscribers. Oh my god. Oh yeah, that's a good question, Mark. Yes, and I do have a girlfriend, Mark. I forgot to ask you a question. Yes, I do have a girlfriend. We've been dating for 2 months now. We made 2 months on Saturday, the 24th. So I have a girlfriend, and we have made 2 months, and very glad. Um, Hold on. Fixed it. Hi. Sorry about the lag. Are we back live? Are we live? Hello? That's weird. I'm just sitting here. ah! We're here. Ah! We have life. Well, okay. I'm gonna fix that. I know what the problem is. I'm gonna fix that. We shouldn't have any lag anymore. I was wondering what happened to us. We're back. Let me fix that real quick, guys. We have 4 likes now. Let's go. That's what I'm talking about, guys. 4 likes on this video. So happy. I'm gonna fix that. Alright, we shouldn't be lagging anymore. Let me know if we are. I might have to fix it. I might have to do something else. But we should be good now. I'm sorry about the lighting, guys. It's dark as heck outside, and apparently my light wants to go out. And one of my corner lights are out in my studio. So that's not. That's just great. Really, really, really great, guys. Really great. Um, but the glorious one is doing well today. Okay, so he said, where did I get the name Coltrane from? Well, funny story. Um, uh, Want to do your commentary? Did your throat get dry when you commentate? Yes, it does, man. My throat does get dry when I commentate. I really like, that's why when we're like some matches, I take a little bit of a breather to get through because I have to get some drink from my throat to get get there because like I'm really trying to tone down like little scratch in my commentary. But it's something with my mic that it really when I get loud and try to hype up the match, it scratches a lot. And I notice it does that a lot when I tone my voice up. So I'm working on that. Some days is good, some days is not. But I'm working on it. But we got it. We know it's a process. And the other question you said, where did I get the name Coltrane from? Funny story. For all of my new subscribers, I'm going to tell you guys how I got the name Coltrane. Um, you know, I Sammy, we have Raw on DVR, which means I could go back and watch it tomorrow and take notes. I have to watch it 2 times tomorrow. Then you didn't know my job is hard on this. Jesus Christ. That's why we DVR Raw, so I don't have to sit here and watch it live. I missed the first 40 minutes of the show. And yeah, did I have to scar myself another 2 hours? Yeah, I'm not doing it. Sorry, I want to talk with my subscribers. That's what I want to do. Anyways, I got the name Coltrane. It was fun fact, guys. It was from a video game, and it was from Gears of War, one of my favorite franchises of all time on the Xbox, on the Xbox period, and it was this character Augustus Cole, um, and he was one of my favorites in the Gears of War series, and you know, he had the nickname Coltrane. He was nicknamed Coltrane, the Woo Man. That was his nickname. And I said I like that nickname. So I started using it as my gamer tag, Coltrane. So I started using it, and then I said, you know what? I'm gonna make Coltrane all my things. Why not? So when I created my YouTube channel, I said that I didn't want to use my real name because my people said I couldn't. Unfortunately, I still can't use my real name. We'll never use my real name on here. Because especially with 2018 people, if people hate you, they will literally try to track you down and just try to swat your house. So I fooled them and made everything Coltrane. And no, that is not my real name, Sammy. You don't even know my last name. That's not my real name at all. Y'all will never know my real name until I reach 1 million subscribers. I'll tell y'all my full entire name when I reach 1 million subs. That's the million. That's when the 1 million subs special. Nah, no, no, no. I was no, no, no. I was no, I, no. I was using Coltrane from since 2008. When 2008, 2009, like 2010, so like around that time period, because that's when Gears of War 2 came out, and that was the first Gears of War game I bought, and Coltrane, or AKA Augustus Cole, really stayed with me, and and I loved it. I freaking I love the nickname, and I've been using that nickname for years. So I didn't get it from Adam Cole because I didn't know who Adam Cole was when I created Coltrane. I found out who he was and on the independent scene in 2000 like 16 and 17 I knew who he was, but like 2000 back in like 2008, 9, 10, 10 I didn't know who Adam Cole was. I really didn't. I was still a Cena fanboy by then. Uh, yeah, yeah, yeah. You don't have to, but like my people said I can't use my real name on here. Unfortunately, they just said keep it as everything Coltrane. So at my Snapchat's Coltrane 2017, my Instagram's Coltrane 2018, my and my YouTube's Coltrane and my Twitter's Coltrane 2017. You know what I'm saying? Because it's the reason why I have it as Coltrane 2017 because it's the year where everything really happened for me. 2017 was where I got half of my subscribers. 2017 was the year I created my Twitter. So 2017 was the year I created my Instagram. That's why, Snapchat. And that's why 2017 will always be my Instagram username, and my Twitter username, and my Snapchat username, and my Instagram will always be Coltrane 2018 because that is where that was the birth of my logos for my channel with Train Talks and Remember to Be Glorious. So that's where I met Rob at on Instagram and YouTube and Twitter and stuff. And I met you guys on Twitter. A lot of you guys on Twitter and Instagram, Snapchat. Yeah, you got my giveaway. So yeah, no, Sammy, I'm not telling you my name, and that's not my first, and that's not my last name. No, only a select few of my subscribers know my real name. You know, because a lot of people that are subscribed to me know my real name, my full real name, and I will tell you guys at 1 million subscribers. That's gonna be the 1 million subscribers special. You will know my name, and you will know um, where I come from. I'll actually tell you guys what state. I'll actually tell you guys. Some of you guys know what state I live in, but some of you guys don't even know what state I live in yet. I'll actually tell you guys what state I live in, or where am I? Well, by the time I hit 1 million, I'll be out of the state, and I'll be moved out of the state. I'll tell you guys what state I'm from, and what city I'm from in the state I'm from. You know, most of you guys kicking at the dots because I said I went to WrestleMania 34 and I went to school the next day. So logically, you will know WrestleMania 34 is in Louisiana, right? You know, it was in New Orleans. And he said he went to school the next day. So, hence, he probably lives in Louisiana. So not most of you guys know where I live at, but y'all don't know what area in Louisiana I live in. Y'all won't find that out. But until 1 million subscribers, I've lived in two areas in the states. And no, it's not the most common areas. It's areas where I grew up at and had my fondest times at. Y'all will find out in 1 million subscribers. No, Sammy, I do not. I do not live in that area, the state. We don't have an area like that. No, we don't. No, no. Stay in your lane, bro. Stay in your lane. Oh shit, my key. I said lady. Oh, oh my goodness, man. It's been a crazy day and a crazy week, guys, man. And we have a long week ahead of us, guys. I got so much planned for y'all this week. Yeah, I'm gonna keep y'all on your heads this week, man. Y'all gonna be like Coltrane grinding this week. Um, I have to edit Raw, and I still haven't edited that yet. And I have to record SmackDown tomorrow, for Universe Mode, which I still haven't done yet. But SmackDown's booked already, so it's gonna take me probably about 55 minutes to record and edit that, 10 minutes, and then process that for Wednesday. I might not be here for the premiere of SmackDown Live Wednesday because I might be staying after school for a tutoring session for my EOC, aka the final exam slash pass or fail exam for geometry, which will be next week. So I might not be here for the premiere of SmackDown for at 3:45 next week, but I will try to catch the middle of the show and chat with you guys. So y'all might be like, hi, and I might say hey and be like, where's Coltrane? He was here for the Raw premiere, but you know, it just, but he was here for the Raw premiere, but where's he here for the SmackDown premiere? Well, I'm gonna still be at school. Wait, how do I find Universe Modes on YouTube? Basically simple. Word of mouth. Number one, Twitter. Number two is I just search them up. Every year, every single year, I do this every single year. It's a habit of mine. I look up WWE, whatever the next WWE game is, 2K, whatever, universe mode. I just type that in, and usually the searches are Gore and Perkins, Brandon Blaze, and a little bit of a more smaller channels. So literally, I just look at new channels that I never looked at before, and if I like their content, I subscribe. If I don't, I move on. True story. That's how I found who was the guy? Buzario, I think his name is Buzario. I looked at it was Biggie Langston as the WWE champion, and I looked at that video. I'm like, oh, WWE never did this before. I watched the entire video. Watched the entire show. Treated it as a actual WWE event and critiqued it like that, and I enjoyed it, and I subscribed, and been subbed ever since. Same thing with GP Wrestling. I found him in 2K17. I looked at one video. WWE presents Monday Night Raw GP Wrestling. Love this content. Subscribe. And Murphs. Oh, Murphs. That's from Matthew was 97X. If it wasn't for Matt, I wouldn't have found who Murphs was. He commentated for one of Matthew was shows. And I was like, who's this guy? And Matthew said, "Oh, this is Merce YT13. He has his own YouTube channel. He makes his own universe mode." Searched up Merce name on the chat, found this channel, and I looked at one video, and it was WWE 2K16, episode number 3, SmackDown Live. I looked at that video, and I heard his commentary, and I heard how he booked the show, and I'm like, Jesus Christ, this guy is good. And at the time, Roman Reigns was still the world champion in this series, and I'm like, holy crap, I fell in love. I fell in love with it, and I subscribed. At the time, Murphs had, I'm gonna say 1,103 subscribers. I subscribed when he had 1,103 subs, and I never looked back. Fun fact. Been subscribed that long. It's been over 2.5 years since I've been subscribed to Merce YT13. It's been that long, guys. Time flies, man. It really has. And now he has today. I'm looking at his channel. He's almost at 13,000 subscribers, and I've been there since 1,000, 1.1K. Insane. You know what I'm saying? And literally, his channel was built off of Universe Mode and soccer, and he has almost 13,000 subscribers. If that doesn't tell you you can do whatever you want on here and be successful, I don't know what is. Literally just doing Universe Mode and you have 13,000 subscribers. Done. That was like, you know what? I want to do my own thing and reach 1 million subscribers. He gave me the influence to do whatever I want on here, and make sure I reach thousands. Make sure I reach my goals. Thank you, Murphs. Thank you. Fun fact right there. And that's literally how I look up universe modes every single year. I do the same thing. Like next year, WWE 2K20 universe mode. For the first 2-3 months of the game cycle, I look up universe modes that I've never seen before, and I look at their channels. And if I like it, I subscribe. If I don't, I tell them about what they can improve. And sometimes I stick around, but sometimes I just don't subscribe and just leave. If you're not commentating, I don't want to hear Michael Cole, Byron Saxton, and Corey Graves' voice with no commentary. No, if you have no commentary, that's a click off. I want to hear you commentate. I want to hear you commentate, or you can say that you don't have a mic. Well then I'll understand, and then I'll give it a shot. But if you have a mic and just don't want to, and just shy and don't want to commentate, that's a what? Click off. You know what I'm saying? Long as you tell me that you don't have a mic, I'll watch it. But if you don't tell me you have a mic, click off for me. Just saying. That's just how it is. And that's how I found universe modes every single year. Like Jacob Dulac. I found him in 2K18. He really didn't they really didn't post that much in 2K18 because the people that he had backed out on it. But 2K19, He been posting more consistently now. I found him again, and I subscribed to his channel. No notifications are on, and this guy's getting big views on Universe Mode, almost 10,000 views a episode. You know what I'm saying? That's how I do it. Um, I think that's it, guys. Literally, I covered everything I wanted to go over. Again, if you missed anything, um, yeah, Sammy, go ahead. But like I said, guys, take risks. You know, do what you want to do on your series. Again, it's your series. You know what I'm saying? I always tell people for universe modes, like, just take a risk. Like, it's your series. The people always complain, like newbies always complain about why is this guy in your um you know um people always complain, like, why is this guy let me rephrase that, like, let me say this. So people always complain, like, why is this guy in the position that they're at? Because you want them in that position. You gotta, you know what I'm saying? So just take a risk with your shows, you know what I'm saying? And make sure they make sense, you know what I'm saying? Because if they make sense and you take risks, people will watch. It's just the nature of habit. People love a good wrestling program, especially when WWE gives them garbage. Y'all you gotta capitalize on that Monday Night Raw in real life, and look your post right after that, like a couple days after that. So people want to get that sour taste out of their mouth. You post your Universe Mode episode. Ooh, boy, you be getting the views right there, boy, because they be like, oh my god, this is a good wrestling show. I want to subscribe to this guy. And that's how people get their subscribers like that. You know what I'm saying? So that's basically how I book my TV shows and how I book and manage my roster. I just use who I want to use and make sure they don't get floundered and messed up. That's it. Now, Sammy said, what's your favorite Universe Mode pay per view on YouTube? Oh my god. Oh, this is hard. And Sammy said, what's your first YouTuber you subscribed to? Ah, I remember this one. First YouTuber I subscribed to. The reason why I made my account in the first place was JD, man. JD from New York 206 was the first guy I subscribed to because literally I watched him every single weekend. Off the script was my stuff, bro, and it still is. I love off the script. Yes, really, really. I'm not lying to you guys. And it was it had to be JD or it was Tyrone Magnus. It was one of those two because I really fell in love with his content, both of those guys' content, and I say, you know what, I want to support them more. So I actually made my YouTube account, and because JD, no, he was one of the reasons why I made a YouTube channel to begin with. Another good reason right there. One of many reasons why I made a YouTube channel. I got it. There's like 1,000 reasons why I made a YouTube channel, which I will tell you guys all the reasons sooner rather than later. But I made my account to subscribe to him because at the time he had like, I think 32,000 subscribers, 33,000 subscribers, and I've been subscribed ever since. I've been subscribed to JD for 3 years. I made my YouTube account and in 2016, and I've been subscribed to him since January. No, March 16th, 2016. Because when I first made my account, the first guy I went to, I typed in JD from NY 206, and I went to his channel. I searched him up, and it says subscribe. I popped that red button on my phone, turned the notifications on, and been subscribed ever since. That's 3 years running as a loyal goon, and I make and 2 years now. I make 3 years being subscribed to JD on March 16th, 2019. He's the first guy I subscribed to. The other question, my favorite Universal pay per view on YouTube. It's a toss up because it's between Merce YT13's WrestleMania WWE 2K18 Universe Mode and Matt DeWitt's WrestleMania for his Universe Mode. It's between those two. And if I have to pick a third, it will be Slammiversary 4 for FAM. I loved Slammiversary 4. That was one of my favorites from FAM. That was probably one of my favorite favorites of all time from them. Slammiversary 4 was great from them. It's between those two because I fell Murph's WrestleMania. I live reacted to that for 5 hours, and I enjoyed every single bit of that, every second of that show, and that's how he found my channel. Fun fact. And Matthew was 97X WrestleMania. That show was absolutely awesome. I enjoyed that too. And then the FAM Slammiversary of 4. You know what I'm saying? That one, that was a good show too. So it's between those. It's between those three. I really like. If you want me to pick one, nostalgia, wins the curve here. I gotta go with Merce YT 13's WrestleMania because just simply because of the returns, the shocks, and that main event. That main event was great. I'm sorry, that main event beats Kevin Owens and The Undertaker for me for Back to West series, because I think that Taker and Owens for the WWE title in his series could have went a little bit longer than it did. That's why I got to give the edge to Murphs there, and that's probably one of my favorite pay-per-views of all time on YouTube. There's more that I like, but he's number one right now with the close second, just from a main event that I think that could have went a little bit longer, and Matthew was 97 next WrestleMania from 2K17. That's my favorite two pay-per-views of all time. I can answer questions all day, guys. I have all day, man. I really do. It's 8:01. I don't want to review Raw tomorrow, but yeah, it kind of is my job. Same time, because people pay me to do this. But I don't want to review the show, and I'm hearing that Rollins has an open challenge tonight. I can go back and rewatch that and take notes on it. And review it tomorrow. You know, no, that's not a legit question, and I don't do that, Sammy. A legit question. Ask me legit questions, guys. Y'all can ask me questions about personally what I like or dislike, all that stuff. Wrestling related, I don't care. Just don't ask me personal like questions that I can't answer on here right now. Just please don't ask me those questions. But ask me questions. I can answer questions if y'all want me to. I just don't want to answer those questions that Sammy asks because we don't do that. Number one, and I don't want to disrespect anybody that does that. Did you have the WrestleMania reaction on your YouTube channel? Yes, it's still there. You have to go back to April and on his channel. It's still there. Merch YT13's WrestleMania is still here. I forgot what month it was. It was the day it came. I think I reacted the day it came out. Um, so yeah, Sullivan or Balor. If I'm WWE, I would have it be Lost Sullivan, but I don't want to pin Lost Sullivan, and I don't want to go to Raw. WWE hasn't said what brand Sullivan's going on yet, which I'm glad. I'm still praying to the gods that it's SmackDown Live. Please don't put him on Raw, because Strowman's already on Raw anyway. So common sense tells you put him on SmackDown. If you got Braun Strowman on Raw, why would you have both of them on the same show? That makes no sense. I will put one on Raw or put one on SmackDown. If Sullivan's going to Raw, trade Braun Strowman to SmackDown Live. Just move him over to SmackDown Live. If Sullivan's going to Raw, if you're going to put him on Raw, you know what I'm saying? So, I hope it's Lars Sullivan, but at the same time, I don't want it to be him, because why would you give Lars Sullivan the WWE Intercontinental Championship and ruin that Rollins and Ambrose storyline? You know what I'm saying? I would just have Rollins. I would just have it be Finn Balor, legitly, to get him back in the title hunt. You know what I'm saying? So after Rollins loses the title to the, after Rollins loses the title to Ambrose at TLC, Finn Balor can be next in line for the Intercontinental Championship to challenge Dean Ambrose for the IC title. That's what I would do. Because if I'm WWE, I would have Rollins lose at TLC, win the Royal Rumble, and fight Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania 35. That's what I would do. You know what I'm saying? That's the best thing you have right now. Because Braun Strowman versus Seth Rollins, I would not mind neither. Even though I would love for Strowman to beat Brock Lesnar, but think about it logically. You think Braun Strowman's beating Brock Lesnar? I don't think so. Strowman will lose at the Royal Rumble, and he's not winning the Royal Rumble. My top picks for the Royal Rumble are The Miz, AJ Styles, and Seth Rollins. That's my top three picks for the Royal Rumble because AJ Styles is rumored to go to Raw to fight Brock Lesnar for the Universal Championship as well. And then Seth Rollins is rumored to fight Brock Lesnar for the Universal Championship as well. So the Royal Rumble will determine who fights Brock. Strowman is not even in the conversation for the Universal Championship right now. You know what I'm saying? That's how it is. And The Miz, Daniel Bryan's the WWE champion. We want to see Daniel Bryan versus The Miz. Even though the roles are reversed, face Miz versus heel Bryan. WrestleMania, main event. There you go. Story writes itself already. Common sense already says that makes the most sense. Have The Miz win the Royal Rumble, and there you go. You got your WrestleMania main event for WWE Championship right there. You know what I'm saying? It's so easy to book this show. It really is. Like it's really not that hard to book these shows. Like it's common sense. It really is. If you use common sense and think about it logically, it's not that hard to book WWE. It really is not. I can sit there and come up with a million storylines in that creative meeting that Vince McMahon would never come up with. Literally, it's not that hard. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, that would be a good plan. If Rollins is going to, if Sullivan's going to Raw, I would do that. Rollins beats Lesnar and Sullivan fights Sullivan after, and Sullivan gets started after that. I'll do that too. To be honest with you, but Lars Sullivan should go to SmackDown Live and win the United States Championship. I would have Sullivan beat Nakamura for the United States Championship. That's what I would do. You know what I'm saying? Because Nakamura he's had a good heel run, but I think it's time to turn Nakamura back and back into a babyface. And maybe you can turn a babyface at the expense of Lars Sullivan. You know what I'm saying? That's what I would do. To be honest with you, because I don't trust WWE to book Sullivan right on Monday Night Raw. I don't trust Monday Night Raw creative. I don't trust Vince. I trust SmackDown better than Raw creative. Just saying. SmackDown creative has a little bit more common sense than Raw creative does, but that's who I trust. I don't trust WWE to book this correctly. I don't. I really don't. I don't give them the benefit of the doubt for nothing. You know what I'm saying? And nothing. Don't care. Um, but I gotta wrap this up, guys. So that was part one of this week video. Tips and tricks on how to book a universe mode, rosterize, and shows and stuff like that. So there you go, guys. Appreciate the turnout tonight. We actually did very well, better than I thought. We had a total of almost 9 people watching at one point. So that was good, guys. You guys absolutely killed this video, and there will be a episode 7 dropping soon. Next episode, I will be talking about how to book a long-term storyline. So all you guys that are be like, oh, Coach Train, well, I can't book a long-term storyline for nothing, man. Morika, and keep asking me questions on how I book a long-term storyline and make it make sense. Well, I'm going to explain to you how I book a long-term storyline and make sure it makes sense and it could go on for a year. I'll explain that later on this week, and I'll explain how to do build for Survivor Series. Not that many people, surprisingly, that does Universe Mode can't book a proper Survivor Series to save their lives. They can't. So, I will explain to you how to book a proper Survivor Series and how to make it make sense. That will be coming this week as well. So thank you so much, guys, for joining me. Hit like the video on your way out, guys. Subscribe to the channel down below. Let me know if you have any questions, comments, or concerns that I did not cover and how to make a great roster, and and how to book proper shows. Let me know if you have any questions, comments, or concerns. And other than that, guys, I'll see y'all in my next video. Remember to be glorious at everything you do. And I'll see y'all in my next video. Peace out, Sammy.